Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of 3 Kaldheim draft, and the rare we got is Cosmos Charger, which is a great card. Flash Flyer for 3 or 4 mana, depending on if you foretold it or not. And it makes all your Foretell stuff cost 1 less, and you can do it on any player's turn. It's an awesome card. Kaya's Onslaught, I've already lost to this a couple times. Really strong combat trick. Yeah. Pairs really well with Run Amok. Finn the Fangbearer, good card. Only has to hit you 5 times and kills you. It's kind of cool. Runed Crown, good card. Dig up your white rune and gives, lifelink to all your creatures and buffs them. Pretty good. Bounded Gold, playable. Not terribly exciting in my mind. Tormentor's Helm kind of impresses me, actually. It's cheap for all the effects you get. I mean, +1/+1, and it has that equipped creature block synergy, and it hits the opponent for 1. There was removal in there, too. We didn't get to it. No problem. Okay, follow-up pick. Well, in blue, we have Harbinger and Depart the Realm, neither of which are screaming at me. But is there anything outrageously strong in here? I actually like Skull Raid. I do like Skull Raid. This card is cool. It's basically like Mind Rot or Divination. I mean, that's pretty cool. And it's got Foretell. I've been impressed with it. I think it was one of the better, really well-designed card. So I can take that. I mean, I can take Depart the Realm. I'm not loving it. Not gonna lie. It seems too early. But there's nothing like screaming at me here. Does that mean I just take the Snowland? There's nothing outrageously strong here. I think I'm going to go Snowland. I don't know if this is right, but blue is a snow color, black is a snow color. Could work out. So now Vega is actually, I think we take Vega here. Vega is something, yeah, that's really good. So we'll take Vega. Be nice to get this Nico Devised Destiny back. And now at least we have like a really cool plan, because these two synergize extremely well together, and blue-white skies is like a good plan to do, and we can pick up Foretell as needed. I like it. If we get this back, I'm a real happy boy, but we'll see. See if that happens. I never get to play Vega either, so I'm excited about it. All right, we can take the Rune of Sustenance. It's a good opportunity, or we can take some flyers. I'm kind of on board with taking Rune, although I do like the Stalwart Valkyrie and the Courser. None of them have Foretell. Not that it's a big deal. Floodplain 2 is on color with what we're trying to do. I'm going to take the Rune here. If we get that Runed Crown back, that is a gift. And if we don't, we might get some other equipment along the way. I think the white Rune is kind of known as the best one anyway, so. All right, so we can do Effigy. It synergizes with Vega and Charger. I'm on board with that. I actually like the Shield Mate. It's a good 2-drop. But with Vega, I think we go for Foretell synergies, even though I do like the Shield Mate. So we'll take it. Like to see a lot of blue and white in there. Okay, so I think Battershield Warrior is a good card. There's no... Otherwise, we can take the Hawk. It flies. Basically, I was trying to say there's no no Foretell things in here, unless I'm going 3-color. If I do, I could take the Jarl. It's got Foretell, works with Vega. Still kind of works with Charger. I don't know though. If it feels like our color's open enough where we can kind of go for this plan. I'm okay taking another flyer here. I don't think the Hawk is actually great. So maybe we take the Warrior. It's kind of unexciting to tell the truth, but all right, we can take the Valkyrie here, which is not unexciting. It's a good card. Often you can play 2 mana for a 3/2 flyer, which is just good. So we'll take that. Still kind of rooting around like a pig looking for some Foretell. We can take the Harbinger. It also works for the Foretell deck. Okay, it's a 2-drop. It can block. Kind of makes sense with the rest of the stuff we're doing in here. We can take Bound in Gold now. I'm okay with that. Unexciting removal, but removal nonetheless. All right, verdict here, easy. Easy verdict, pick 10, happy about that. Kill spell with Foretell, lets us draw some cards. Very good. All right, we can take Disdainful Stroke, Strategic Planning, or Invoke the Divine. Maybe Disdainful Stroke. I've been down on this card, but at least it's a good sideboard card, and maybe it's more main deckable than I was giving it credit for. Our Bergstrider's good if we can get the snow to support it. So in terms of actual... So we didn't wield a Ruined Crown, unfortunately, but that's okay. In terms of actual Foretell, we're only rocking 3 Foretell cards right now. So between Vega and the Cosmos Charger, I'd really like to find some more. That would be nice. Okay, Braggart, Annul, Thought Thief. Probably Braggart, since you can attack and still block with it, which is nice for us. Don't need either of these. I guess we'll take the worst card. All right, Ball Robber, sure. All right, Realm Walker in here. We can take the Shepherd. It flies. It also has Foretell. Probably makes the most sense for us. And in blue, we have Arcanist, which we don't have Giants or Changelings, so that's probably not going to work. Yeah, I'd say Shepherd makes the most sense for us. Only problem is we don't have a lot we can bring back with it. You can get lands with it. We can get Rune back. And we can get a Harbinger back currently. But maybe we'll find some more. All right. Wheel the Raptor, get another flyer maybe. Could happen. I don't really like buying the monster. What's Orvar do again? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of one of those permanents. Oh, that's cool. When a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. It's a weird card. So we don't have any instants or sorceries that target my stuff yet. I'm trying to think of blue and white instants and sorceries that even do that. None are immediately coming to mind. I mean, probably just take it because it's mythic. Otherwise, we're taking a Snowland, which would be better for our Bergstrider. Bergstrider's a good card. But, I mean, it's a mythic. It's an interesting card. If we get instants or sorceries that target, it could be good. Mistwalker is legit good. We can take the Oracle. It's got Foretell. I do feel as though Foretell synergies are what we should be going for, but Mistwalker is also quite good. Probably the Oracle, I guess. And probably wield the Harbinger. I mean, we've got the synergies. We've got this Vega. We might even be able to ideally find another Vega if it's not a hot commodity. Reflections. Do we have... Oh, that's too bad. Oh, we have 4 warriors? Plus a shapeshifter. You know how badly I want to do reflections. There's Gates of Isfel, though, which is definitely good. I think, you know, I'm still wanting to try... I want reflections to be good. So we can take the Kinseeker. We don't have any... I guess it's fine. And it's another creature type for reflections, so that makes sense. Okay. So we want more Foretell. But, I mean, I like where we're at right now. It could be better. I think we're off snow, probably. I feel like Bergstrider's not likely to happen. Which means, where are we at creature-wise? 12? Yeah, we're doing fine. I mean, removal-wise, we're okay, too. We've got a counterspell. We've got a Bound in Gold and an Iron Verdict. Can take another Harbinger. I just don't like buying the monster that much. Harbinger's probably fine. It's a cheap blocker that can turn on our Foretell cards. Granted, we actually need some more Foretell cards, but we'll take it. All right, we can take the Mistwalker now. We can take Glacial Floodplain. I do think Mistwalker's good. We don't have a ton of incentive for Floodplain other than Bergstrider, but it also fixes our mana. Okay, I think we're going to have enough playables. We have another pack. I really do like Mistwalker. It's also good with Reflections, and it evades. But I want to prioritize Foretell if possible. All right, here it's probably an easy Valkyrie over the Volatile Fjord, which would also be playable for us, but well, I like that Valkyrie a lot. Okay, looking pretty cool. So there's an Arcanist, which we wield, or we can take the Strategic Planning. Codespell Cleric, probably not that good for us. Arcanist, we don't even have, barely have any instants and sorceries in here. We have 5 warriors now. I'll take the planning. It's just another thing to do on turn 2 in a pinch. I guess I can take bind. I don't really want to. Or I can take intruder. It's a human. We only have 2 humans. I guess I'll take bind. I don't really like it. Raven form is okay. Another Harbinger might be okay too. And there's another bind. I mean, I definitely don't want to rock multiple binds. Guess we'll take Harbinger. Maybe we'll take Raven form for sideboard at least, or possible main deck. All right, we got the Gates of Isfel back. That's actually good news because this card is just highly playable. I'm glad we got that back. Don't need any of this. We'll take the worst card or maybe the best sideboard card against us. So, all right. So we have a pack to find some more Foretell. I wish we had a little bit more. Agar's good. We'll let somebody have it, though, because we're not in those colors. All right. So pack 3, another Rune of Sustenance. There's another Stalwart Valkyrie. There's Doomscar Oracle. I mean, we don't even have the equipment for the first Rune of Sustenance. It's still a good card. I could see the argument to take it here. Although I kind of want to take the Oracle, though it's worse, just to get more Foretell. Just because we can really go off with Vega. Really go off with Vega here. Yeah, I think we'll take the Doomscar Oracle. Okay, take another one. We can take the Behold. Probably Behold here. Oh, the Runed Crown now? Well, all right. I guess we have to take Runed Crown because of these 2 alone is just so good. And you can pull it from your graveyard too, right? It's so dirty. All right. Yeah, we got to take Runed Crown. That's way too good to pass here. Hopefully get the Oracle back. I don't think we're going to get the Behold back. Almost assuredly get the Harbinger and probably the Snow Plains back. Wow, Clarion Spirit. Well, that's a cool one. Yeah, I think we take Clarion Spirit. We have all this Foretell. We're going to be able to play 2 spells in 1 turn pretty easily, I think. So I like it. Probably ditch the Bergstrider now, which is fine. Runeforge Champion too? Cool. All right, taking that. Well, ended up with like... Now I'm really sad I didn't get that second Rune of Sustenance, but I wasn't expecting to go... I certainly wasn't expecting to go Crown into Rune of Sustenance. Or, sorry, Crown into Runeforge Champion, but this is still just fine. I mean, it's worth taking here. All right, any Foretell? No, we can't really splash Maya as much as I want to. Probably take the Mistwalker here. It's a good, solid flyer, and it helps us actually play Reflections. How are we looking, creature? We got 6 warriors now and 2 shapeshifters. So, all right, 3 shapeshifters now. So we can take the Courser. We can take the Shimmerdrift Veil. Courser, does it make anything cheaper? It makes Reflections cheaper. It's also a flyer. Yeah, it makes Scorn Effigy cost -1. No, it makes Rune Crown cheaper. Makes, you know, there's enough synergies where we probably just take it. Otherwise, I could take the Shieldmate. It's a solid ground blocker. It's actually true, but I think I'm going to go Courser. I think the Shieldmate actually would have been a fine pick there, though. All right, we can take the Master Scald. We have plenty of things to bring back with it, so all right. Another Raven form for sideboard. Can take the Hawk. Can take the Rune of Speed. I mean, we have 2. Yeah, it might actually be worth it now with... Because this... Yeah, okay. We'll consider it. Don't need any of this. Just take the uncommon. Got the Snow Plains. With 2 Snowlands, is Bergstrider worth playing? I don't know yet. I got to consider that. Story Seeker's totally playable. So yeah, do I want to do the Rune of Speed? I'm kind of on board. We'll see. I also, didn't I get a, no, I was kind of hoping I got a snow mountain there, but probably not. So I can do the Rune of Speed. The only way for me to play it is with Runed Crown or Runeforged Champion, but does that matter? Do I have a way to, like, draw a discard? If I had a looter, I'd probably be more on board with a looter. Yeah, 3 mountains to splash for my Rune of Speed. I don't think so. Let's dump these for now. So we only have 2 snowlands for Bergstrider. Likely not worth it. But we have 10 lands currently, so we need to make 7 cuts, and we can cut quite a few creatures. So first, let's take a look at how many actual Foretell things did we end up with. Foretell. This says Foretell. At this point, I'd rather do Ravenform, I think, than Bind. Foretell, just because of Foretell synergies. These have Foretell. Hopefully pay 2 for that. This says Foretell. All right, and this says Foretell. So a lot of Foretell, which is good. It's like the basis of our deck. We need to make 7 cuts. We've got 10 warriors, 10 warriors. So that's enough in my mind to do the reflections. And Master Scald can randomly bring back artifacts or enchantments. So I guess we're not going to get Bound in Gold back very often. We're not going to get Bind the Monster back very often. This probably isn't even making the deck. I don't think Disdainful Stroke's going to make the main deck. We don't have any synergies for Orvar, is that right? It basically is just, if they try and make us discard, we can copy a permanent of they control, I guess, or we control. I suppose we try it. It also has random reflection synergy, I guess. Other than that, it's like a hill giant in here. Might just have to be okay with that. Yeah, we've got a lot of cuts to make. I don't like Bind. I think we're going to cut it. Even though it does turn on our, like, second spell cast synergies. Probably just not on board. Battershield Warrior, with all the evasion we have, we probably keep it around. I don't want to cut any Foretell. Probably can cut Strategic Planning. Don't want to cut any Warriors. Don't want to cut Warriors. Don't want to cut Shapeshifters. Does that not leave me a lot of margin here? I need to make 4 more cuts. Okay. I can cut the Story Seeker. It's got lifelink built in, which is good, but maybe a better sideboard card for us. Could see that. Harbinger is actually, I mean, it's good in here. We have a ton of Foretell. Am I sticking with the Rune of Speed plan? That's the real question. Like I said, the only ways to actually do anything with it are Runeforged Champion and Runed Crown. But it's not terrible. But do I have room for it? I mean, the problem is we probably don't need it. I mean, the beauty of Rune of Sustenance in this deck is you put it on a creature, the creature dies, you get it back with Champion, you get it back with Rune Crown. Does not matter. So let's not fuss around with the Rune of Speed. It's too cute and unnecessary, I would say, at this point. So we really don't have much removal, which I guess would be an argument for bringing back Bind. But we have Iron Verdict, Ravenform, and Bound in Gold, which is actually a decent amount. Master Scald can get us back, like, Scorn Effigy, so it's worth it. Can randomly get us back some things sometimes. It's probably fine. So we have to make 2 more cuts. I don't want them to be Foretell. I don't want them to be Warriors. There's an argument to maybe cutting the Harbingers. They do make Foretell cheaper, but we don't really have like instants and sorceries that it's helping with. So it's really just making 2 mana Foretells cheaper. I guess it does have good synergy with the Cosmos Charger, and it's something to bring back with the Shepherd, and it's some of our very few things we can actually play on turn 2. I could get rid of the Battershield Warrior. I think it's a good card. I think this deck probably doesn't want to do that. I think this deck is much more just fly over top, because we have enough evasion between, you know, Clarion Spirit spitting things out. Wish I had more like card draw in here too. We can cut maybe 1 Harbinger. Maybe 2 Harbingers is excessive and unnecessary. And then we've got ourselves a deck. We still have plenty of creatures. We didn't cut any warriors, right? Oh, I did, didn't I? All right, I'm not cutting the Battershield Warrior then. I actually want... Yeah, I want Reflections to do something. And we are going to need 10 warriors in order to make that happen. So, yeah. So maybe cut the Harbinger. I don't want to, but I want to keep my warriors and my changelings and do cute things. So let's be cute and do this. Yeah, I think it's a cool deck. It is a cool deck. I mean, we got Cosmos Charger and Vega. How many actual Foretell did we end up with? Didn't end up with nearly as many as I expected. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was kind of hoping for more than that. But with Vega, we can draw extra cards. We've got this weird little runed thing going on the side, which is cool. It's cool. We got the Courser to make this cheaper, so hopefully turn 4 Reflections into high value stuff. Could be good. All right. Color-wise, what are we looking at? 15 white, 7 blue. We have double white, but it's Foretell. And we don't have any double blue. So probably just run an extra white and call it good. Like I could do 10-8. Or is it 10-7? 10-7 probably unnecessary. 9-8's fine. Actually, this is still 10-8 because of the glacial floodplain, so that's nice. Yeah, 10-8. Looks good to me. All right. I'm satisfied. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right. We've got to keep here so we can foretell this. Turn 2, turn 3, Oracle. That gains some life. Runed Crown. Nice draw. Let's do this. So then we can do turn 3, Effigy Crown. Draw a card. I like that. Actually, yeah, it's probably fine to just do Effigy Oracle, I think. Like, we can do Rune Crown later, too. Ooh, 2 can play at this game, huh? Activated abilities can't be activated. So I can do Bounding Gold on the Rune Crown, but I guess I don't need to. So... yeah, let's do Oracle plus Effigy here. What do you do? Beginning of your upkeep, you may exile it. If you do, it gains whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control. If it's exiled, you may put a voyage counter on it. If you don't, return it to the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it and draw X cards with X is the number of voyage counters on it. Wow, that's a lot of complicated. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile it. If you do, it gains whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control. If it's exiled, you may put a voyage counter on it. If you don't, return it to the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it and draw X cards. Interesting. So it's like play a land, put a counter on it. Don't play a land, it has to re-enter. Okay, so it's kind of a cool synergistic card with lands. It also makes it so Bound in Gold can't do all that much for us, but that's okay. Let's just do the Valkyrie now. And then next turn we can do the Runed Crown. I guess we can attack with both, actually. No, I guess we can't. Alright, so next turn we'll do the Runed Crown. So they can put a land out. And that puts a counter on it. A voyage counter on it. So it gets a voyage counter. So then whenever they don't play a land... I think I get it. Ooh, Orvar. Well, somehow we ended up getting the same mythic as our opponent. It's kind of interesting. So let's go land, Runed Crown. Search our library, get our Rune of Sustenance, draw our card, and then we'll equip this to the effigy, so then we can attack with everything. And get in for 9. Alright, we'll kill Orvar. I'm okay with that. So put another voyage counter on it. Did they? Yeah. Bergstrider, so they can leave our Valkyrie tapped. Attack, so then we can... Ooh, Vega. Well, I wish I could do more with Vega, but that's okay. So we go land. And I think we just go Vega, Bound in Gold, the Bergstrider. Doesn't have flying, but it can get flying. We still need to... Well, I guess I can attack here. It's probably better. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Don't want to trade here. I'm okay with that. Alright. Okay. So they've got a thing to tap. They can do that. Now we can Bound in Gold. That was a good... Yeah, so now we can start drawing some cards. Another thing I can do is just hard cast the Oracle, because they have to keep up a Snowland to do the Icebind Pillar, but they're going to be able to return that if they don't play a land, but it doesn't come back until the end of their turn. Is that right? If you don't... Oh, I see. If you don't... Oh, I see. I think I get it. They just get the choice of whether they want to put the counter on it or not. You know what? I think I'm just going to foretell this. I want to draw... I want to be able to draw cards. So they can bring it back. That makes sense. It's a 4/6. They draw 2 cards. That makes sense. They have to stop our flyers. This also makes sense. They can move the Ruined Crown over. But they have more cards in hand, so this is fine. So they can move the crown. We have Raven form too, though. Okay. Makes sense. All right, so let's do the Oracle. Draw. Cosmos Charger. That's also good. So we'll go land. And so I can get in. It's not good enough. I think we just foretell this. And then pass. I guess I can play it now and gain 4 life. Actually, that might be worth our time, actually. I think it is. Oh, wait, I have to wait. Never mind. In that case, it's much better to just wait. I have to wait anyway because I just foretold it. All right, they can loot. Can always exile it again, which is kind of cool. Cosima's looks like a fun card. It takes some build up, but it did pretty good for him there. I mean, they got the divination off of it, which is nice. I wonder if I keep thinking I could have done Cosmos Charger, but it's just not the case. Oh, that's cool. They still have Ice Spine Pillar, though, but that's all right. Not a huge deal. I suppose we can... Yeah, I suppose we can trade off our Oracle here. I mean, it can block our dude anyway, so I'm kind of okay with this. Doesn't it enter tapped? Guess not. Alright, so we'll do the Charger. Draw a card. We just basically need to find... I guess we need to find quite a bit of removal. Stalwart Valkyrie as well. So, how do we want to do this? They have 2 flyers. So we can equip the Crown to Vega. Swing with all 3. They block probably Vega. And then have to block. But they can just tap. So that's not going to work either. Champion, we don't have any more to find with it. I wonder if we just want to draw first. Batter Shield Warrior is cool. I suppose it does make the best use of mana, but we want to get another flyer online here, I think, so we'll do another Valkyrie. Since we're not really attacking anyway. Did I play a land this turn? I can't remember. No, I didn't, so alright. We'll exile the non-artifact, because I guess we can technically get Effigy back with, like, the 4/4 dude. No attacks. It's a lot of Bergstriders. All right, over Orvar or whatever, which is cool. Don't have a ton of incentive to play it. With 9 mana, though, for... I guess we can go Orvar plus Batter Shield Warrior. I guess that way if they blow up our Runed Crown, we can still do something. Gain some life. And I guess we can move the crown over to Vega. Just kind of diversify our threats here. So they can tap that. We could attack with both. But I don't think we will. I think we're still hanging out here. Okay, so they can draw now when we do permanent. I don't think the Raiders' carve is all that good anyway, so this is probably okay. Mistwalker, so we can do a double turn again. They only have 1 flyer. Let's say they tap and they block, so block, block, do that. Kind of forces them to still chump. They have 5 blockers currently. What is this crew at? 3, so okay. Wonder if for now we just play 2 more creatures and set up for a nice Batter Shield Warrior smash. It's probably the best, because we don't have lethal yet. They can tap. We can get rid of a Pilfering Hawk blocker, but let's just put more creatures on board here. Ultimately, I think this is better. Especially with the Batter Shield Warrior. We don't have anything to find, so we can decline. And pass. They're looting, which makes sense. All right, Eyeside Troll. Okay. Ah, reflections right after I... How many warriors do I have left? 1, 2 have played. 3, 4, 5. Played 6. I only have 4 left out of 15 cards. It's a lot less exciting. So it doesn't really matter though. So let's see how this works. They have 2 flyers and they can tap 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flyers. And we're probably attacking with the Batter Shield Warrior this turn as well. So, all right, let's just see what they do. I mean, we gotta go for it here. Certainly not attacking with everything, so we will get in with the warrior though. So we'll do these dudes. See how they block. Cool. Got game 1. Very lengthy match there. It's just going to keep playing that sound effect loudly. So they have a ton of Berg Striders. I mean, Disdainful Stroke looks like a... Well, I guess it can't hit... I didn't realize Cosimo was 3. That's pretty awesome. But it hits quite a few things. Enough things where I probably want it. I can bind. I don't really like it. Raven Form, though, should be in here. Yeah. Second Raven Form, for sure. I'm willing to give them a 1/1 flyer if I can blow up some of their stuff. So I have to cut a couple things. They can be creatures. I guess I should have just been playing Raven Form for the Foretell synergy. That's probably true. So cut. I want to cut warriors. I want to cut removal. Can't cut Foretell. It's quite the predicament. I don't want to cut flyers. I don't want to cut... I have too many stipulations. I guess we cut Courser, even though it flies and it does make things cheaper, relevant things. It doesn't hit the rest of the boxes. Doesn't tick the rest of the boxes that we need. And then the last cut might have to be a warrior. It might have to be Braggart. I don't like cutting warriors, but I guess it makes the most sense. Given that it doesn't fly, it's a little more expensive. Doesn't attack or block particularly well. Okay. It's a good hand. So we'll foretell the Charger first, because we've got other foretell stuff we want to do. There's no actual... No, all right. A lot of snowlands there. Cosima. Well, there's a Rune of Sustenance, I guess. Can I play it hand or graveyard, huh? Hand, library, graveyard. Can't move it if it's on the battlefield already, huh? All right, I guess we foretell this then. All right, got our third land, so we'll pass. We'll do the Cosmos Charger at the end of their turn. Then we can start foretelling stuff. Can stick a Rune of Sustenance on it too if I want, which isn't bad. Okay, well... Huh. Guess we do... Clarion Spirit now. Hopefully... get some things off of that. I can foretell for 1. So we'll do that on our opponent's turn, I think. And we'll foretell... I don't know, I guess the Oracle, maybe. I wonder if our opponent has Doomscar in there. We didn't see it game 1, but that certainly doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So we can go Oracle plus Champion. I guess Rune of Sustenance makes more sense. Maybe on the Oracle. We don't get to gain the life right away, but the reason that I like this is I can attack with the Oracle, let it die, whatever, gain some life, maybe. And then it goes to my graveyard, and at least I can get it back. So I kind of like that. They have instant speed stuff? I can't. We'll find out. We'll find out. All right, we'll pass. So we'll see if they blow up our board now. I mean, they're going to have to at some point here. If they have their Doomscar, I think they're going to have to. I mean, they're certainly playing like they have Doomscar. Although, maybe not. I have Raven form, which is kind of nice. Let's, I guess, do this. Hey, speak the double. So we'll kill... Let's just exile Cosima. Alright. Play another of this. Get some things. They can trade for a spirit. We're not really losing that much. They kill that and get it back. Oh. Well, I guess not now. We already played 2 spells this turn, so do I really need to do the effigy? I would say no. I want to get more... I need to get some more flyers. Spit out some more spirits. Batter Shield Warrior is pretty cool. So let's do... Effigy. Warrior. And pass. And we can foretell Iron Verdict, I guess. It's going to be a little bit more challenging to play multiple spells a turn for that Clarion Spirit, but it's okay. All right, they can fight our thing, I guess. Oh. Well, I wish I had this foretold. It's got trample. I guess we take it then. Oh, it's got indestructible too. Well, now I'm definitely glad it's not foretold. So they'll probably play a Bergstrider, I'm guessing, or a Ravenous Lindworm. Well, they're doing a pretty excellent job at putting us in big trouble here. And we can't play the Reflections? Ouch. Can't play 2 spells this turn. Can't play Reflections. Ouchie. That's tough. Guess that just means we play the Orvar. So we'll get in with our little flyers. Play Orvar. Although I want to copy it off Reflections. So maybe we just... Do I have time? I think the problem is I don't really have a lot of time here. And I maybe needed to leave a spirit back to block the Battle Mammoth, particularly since I can't play 2 spells in one turn. Kind of put myself in a tricky spot here. Might just need to let the Charger die too. We'll see. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool, I guess. This doesn't... Oh, it does have trample. All right. I want to block with this Oracle so I can get the Rune of Sustenance back, but... Not sure I have that luxury to take all this damage this turn. I wonder if... Maybe we block like this. So then after damage... So we're going to take 1 for this. But I think ultimately this is for the best. They do get to draw, I get it, but I think we still do it. So kill that. Then we can at least Runeforge Champion, get our rune back, cast that, spit out another spirit. This thing doesn't have trample at least, right? That's cool. So let's do Champion, because we need to draw land here too. Graveyard, rune, cast it on a flyer, I guess. Gain life, get another spirit. That's cool. Draw. So probably just block. Prevent some damage. All right. So we got our 5th land, which means we can do Reflections and name Warrior. So then we can hang out. They have a lot of snow, so Ice-Eyed Troll's a problem too. Huh. Unfortunately, Broken Wings is good against us too. So probably block 7 again. 2, 4, 6. They can pump it 3 times, so probably block here as well. We can get that back with the Master Scald, so that actually at least does something for us. I'd like to play 2 spells this turn so I can get another Spirit. Only 5 mana though, so can't do that. Guess we do the Scald and exile. Oh, I can get Reflections back. Yeah, that's cool. We want that back, and we'll exile. I guess. Doesn't really matter, I guess. I'm not sure we have the time to do all this, but that's what we gotta do. So, block here, block here. All right. So we can play the Reflections, name Warrior again. They need to survive. I'm not sure if we can. We're just far enough behind where I'm not sure this is going to work. Next turn I'm getting 4 creatures next turn, so I might just have to prevent as much damage as I can. Probably actually need to block with Master Scald. Because I need to gain life off Oracle and I need creatures off Clarion Spirit. Alright, so we go land, Mistwalker, copied. There we go, Stalwart Valkyrie, and copy or get rid of whatever. So we make a Spirit, we get more Mistwalkers. Two of those. And pass. So, interestingly, I can actually, like, I have to think about this. I can triple block Ravenous Lindworm. I kind of want to see all what they attack with here. So they're attacking with 4 creatures. They have 2 blockers. I can kill the Lindworm. Like, basically, I can block like this. They can kill 2 of our guys. Then we just chump one of these. And I kind of just need to survive as long as I can here. I mean, the longer I survive, the higher chance of possibly winning this. Because they still are down a game, and actually we're pretty close on the clock, to tell the truth. Kind of need an untapped land here pretty badly, though. Alright, well that helps. So now we at least can do Kinseeker plus Vega. Because we don't need that. It's too slow. It's good effect, it's just too slow, I think. So gain some life, get another spirit. And then we'll pass. Guess that makes sense. We can't jump block with it. So in order to not die, we'll have to block like this, I think. Take the unblockable thing. So we can Raven form, we can get rid of their thing that makes their guys evade. Or we probably have to do the Yeti, don't we? Yeah, that actually makes sense. Because the Yeti's what's going to get us. So we'll do the Yeti. And then we'll do Orvar. Draw some cards. Spit that out, make another one. It's a legendary, though. So I guess we'll keep the token version. Because we'll put the card in our graveyard. And I don't think we can attack. We're trying to stay ahead on the clock, too, because I still think this game's a lost cause, but now at least we don't die to just unblockable thing immediately, basically. So do these 2, chump flyer, call it good. Well, Shepherd. We can get back. What can we get back? Rune of Sustenance. That's cool. And draw. Yeah, I like that. It's also a warrior, so we can get 2 cards back, which is kind of sweet. Or maybe we can only get 1 back. I didn't notice that. I guess we can do Vega. Got a land. And that one actually misses. So I suppose we can attack with Vega. Oh, they can double block it. All right, never mind. Like I said, still trying to stay ahead of on the clock just because, I don't know, seems wise. All right, we can double block the Bergstrider. That's cool. We'll do that. And then we can chump Ice Troll and I guess chump Ice Troll so we don't die. So we can play the Valkyrie. And then we'll pass. Well, Raven form turned out to be actually pretty good this match. So I might actually double block the Bergstrider and then start throwing some other things in front of the Ice-Hide Trolls. At this point, Clarion Spirit, I'm not going to be able to play 2 spells in 1 turn, so that's kind of irrelevant. It doesn't matter too much what they do there. Well, they only have 5 cards left in their deck. Somehow I came close to decking them, which is kind of remarkable. But I think... I mean, we can just chump and buy... We probably chump and buy more time, actually. Wonder if that's wiser. Yeah, that probably is. So then we'll block like that so we don't die. All right, we can Bounding Goal Troll, I guess. And then we'll pass. So then they just have to untap and tap, but still we're trying to maximize their clock here. They didn't use the Icebind Pillar, but probably doesn't matter. All right, so we lost it, but we shaved off quite a few minutes off their clock, and they're using more time now unnecessarily, which I like. Guess they're not worried. They're completely unconcerned about time. So we go to game 3. Anything I want differently? I mean, Raven form's going to let me deal with their ways to fly. We've got a ton of evasion. They do have broken wings. We've got the Disdainful Stroke. I'm kind of happy where we're at, actually. I feel like we're at least geared well enough to grind them out, but we'll see. All right, looks like opponent did a little more sideboarding. I wonder if they had to make it more aggro because they're low on time. Oh, that's a good keep. That would make sense. So we get to go turn 2 Foretell, turn 3 Vega. Actually, I wonder if it makes more sense to do... Yeah. That's actually... It's interesting. It might be better to do the Shepherd. No, now it's better to do the Doomscar Oracle. That's an actual threat. Then we can do Vega, Doomscar Oracle, plus Foretell, draw a card. I like it. So we'll do that, do Vega. All right, so we go land, Oracle, draw, Valkyrie. We can attack for 2 here. If they kill it, I can still Foretell Shepherd, maybe? I don't know, actually. I mean, I can play the Effigy here, get another threat on board. I kind of want to draw more cards. We've got the long game to our advantage. I'm going to do this. This lets me play 2 cards next turn, as well as just draw off Vega for free. It just seems better. We're super ahead on clock, which is nice. We kind of know what we're doing, sort of. Alright, they got 3rd permanent, so they killed our thing, which means we're not going to draw off of that, but it's fine. Champion can find our thing, so I think we'll do that. Get our rune from our library. Play it. Do this. Gain life. Draw. Got another land we can play. Attack for 3. I'm going to do the Effigy now. Sure. Do Effigy. And pass. So we have Raven form for like Bergstrider if they slam it here. We've also got the Stalwart Valkyries, which is nice. They've got 3 Bergstriders. They've got to have it, yeah. They can tap that. It's fine. Take 1. Well, Disdainful Stroke's actually kind of cool. We'll do the Valkyrie, and we're going to leave up Disdainful Stroke here. They've got a lot of fatties in there, so I guess I can't copy that. I can Raven form it, though, so I guess it's not the end of the world. No attacks. Iron Verdict is nice. Let's get in with the Valkyrie. I think I actually Foretell Shepherd here. And then we can leave up Iron Verdict and Disdainful Stroke. So I think we actually double block here and block here. Yeah, that's fine. And then whenever they cast, we counter if it's big. Like that, for example. So counter, they don't get it. Then we can attack. So let's get in for 5. Can't bring anything back, right? No, I can get Rune of Sustenance back. So I could have done that to get the rune back, but maybe it's better. I guess it's fine. And we'll put it on this. We drew, now we can do this plus this at reduced cost. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty cool. Side troll, but it doesn't fly, so I'm okay with that. Flies now, but we can just exile it, so we're perfectly fine. Yeah, I think we just... Well, I guess we can Ravenform the hammer. Yeah, that actually makes the most sense. Then this is what, just a 2-1? I guess that can block our thing. They can't race this, can they? I don't think so. Well... Let's just Ravenform the hammer. Guess they can still double block our shepherd, though. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have to Ravenform the hammer anyway. Yeah, I think we just get in. I think we're okay with getting in. They get to do a decent trade here. It's not a huge deal. You can always get that back. Now we can do Warvar, get another body on the board. It's not like they can... It's not like they can attack with Ice-Side Troll anyway, so this is fine. I mean, we're dramatically further ahead on the clock here too. Ruined Crown would let them... I don't see them having enough time here to do anything. Attacking. Why? That doesn't make sense. Alright, so we can get in here. They go to 1. We can do this, I guess, plus this. Alright, so they can tap. It's a nice draw. So they can tap our Valkyrie, but they didn't, interestingly. All right. We got there. We'll see for round 2. Yes, keepable hand. Needs a little bit of help, like land, for example, but I guess we can keep it. Foretell this on turn 2, turn 3, maybe Courser to get a cheaper Rune of Sustenance. Seems all well and good to me. And then even if our Courser dies, we can get it back with the Rune back with Shepherd. Seems okay to me. Ooh. Reflections of Litiara. And then, so Courser next turn is awesome. We can play Reflections for 4 and start just grip full of warriors. I like that. All right, let's get the Courser down and hopefully rip a land. Reflections at 4 is pretty spicy. I like that spice. They're just foretelling like crazy. Well, we didn't rip it, so I think I'm going to do the rune to hopefully draw it here. Did not. Oh, that's okay. Do that instead and get him for 2. Alright. So we got our 4th land, which means we go for that Reflections now. And name Warrior. For 2. So now we're just going to go hog wild with Warriors here. Even if they struggle for Skimfar, Eat Our Courser, whatever. We're going to spit out Warriors like crazy here. Looks like struggle, most likely, which is fine. We can get our rune back, which is kind of cool with our Shepherd. I like that. Plus we get to copy it. Wish I could bring something else back too. But that's okay. Not a huge deal. Might be the best use of mana to just do it and probably rip another card. What are my other choices? We might, let's see, 4, 5. I don't have double white. I'm going to do Shepherd, and we're just going to do this and copy it. Get back rune, attach it, draw. Got another blue mana. All right, not a huge deal. So do that. Next turn, we can do Stalwart Valkyrie, get 2 more flyers. Plus Orvar, too. Get 2 more bodies. Just basically get 1,000,000 bodies on board. I mean, we could not have more warriors right now. Warrior, 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 warrior. Just so many warriors. I'm willing to block. I mean, we've got the long game, so why not just... I'll let them bust whatever they're trying to bust here. And while they're boasting and doing that stuff, we're preventing damage and just playing so many creatures. Well, even if they have Doomscar, I feel like I'm not even concerned, even if they have Doomscar here. So I kind of feel like it's not even worth playing around just because I've got so many warriors. I have so many warriors. So let's just do this. And I guess we'll exile this. They can Doomscar, blow up the board. And then I follow up with like 2 more warriors. I'm gonna do this one too, just because it just seems worth it. So the second white we actually kind of want. Bit of a waste of a second scry, but that's okay. So we'll let them Doomscar. At the very least, force them to have Doomscar. If they do, so be it. We spit out, what, 4 more creatures. And I'm still perfectly fine. Yeah. Didn't play around a rare, so we get 2 for 1. Basically 2 for 1, maybe 3 for 1. It's just absolutely could not be more or less important here. It just absolutely does not matter. So we'll go... I think we're actually going to go champion. And we'll search our graveyard and get our rune back. And I guess we don't have any other... Oh, search our... No. And then... warrior. And then might as well draw. Yeah. We'll put it on... Which Runeforge champion do I want to cast it with? Well, it doesn't really matter. Do it there, draw another land. All right. So now we've got double boast. So we'll just, you know, attack you for 1,000. Just a trillion damage here. They probably have Iron Verdict would be my guess. But once again, still kind of just irrelevant. The thing is, I can boast both and still... That is actually pretty remarkable. I can boast both and still cast Orvar getting 2 of them. Although getting 2 Orvars, yeah, as we've sadly discovered, doesn't actually do that much for us, but that's okay. So we'll let him Iron Verdict, our champion with the rune. Oh, that's fine. So we still kill both their guys. They lose Maya. And I mean, we've got choices here. Probably just do Orvar, even though it doesn't really get us, doesn't net us 2 dudes. But we'll take the token form of it because we want more creatures in our graveyard for like Master Scald and stuff, or whatever. Doesn't really matter. All right. So I can tap our thing. I can do another struggle. And then we'll just go Oracle Effigy or Runed Crown. Rune Crown should be okay. Another means to get Rune of Sustenance back, so alright. For now, we'll just do these 2. Gain some life. Get more bodies on board. Probably just willing to trade off my Runeforged champion at this point. Alright. Another struggle. So we can attack with everything. That's good news for us. Very, very intelligently did not block the thing that could have gotten us value. So instead we'll do Clarion Spirit and Rune Crown. And fail to find. And equip it to Spirit. And pass. Alright, so we got game 1. Beat a Doomscar that like 3-for-1'd us. We know they've got it now, so we can still Disdainful Stroke. Strategically play that. Do we need the Raven forms? I mean, I don't love Raven form here, to be honest. It's good against Maya. Maya is very good, but we can counter it, I guess. Disdainful Stroke is definitely good in this matchup. I don't know if I love Raven form. Like, I'm willing to keep the 1. I don't know if the second one is worth our time. Other than, like, Vega value, I don't really see it. I don't see it doing that much. So, why don't we... What are we dropping for Disdainful Stroke? It can be whatever. Oh yeah, that's right. We have a hard time cutting things from our deck. What did I cut last time? I mean, I could cut Raven form. I don't really like Raven form here. I don't think it's great. Giving them a body in this instance is actually good. Although, I mean, they're putting counters on their things, so getting rid of that as a blocker can be relevant. And like I said, getting rid of Maya is important. I'm just thinking in terms of what's the actual weakest card here. And it possibly is Raven Form, despite being a Foretell card. Our deck's certainly not broken, or bad, rather. If we... Oh, last time I cut the Braggart, but kind of like the Braggart here. I'm going to cut the Raven Form. There's an argument that Iron Verdict is worse, but our late game is just so good that I think I'm okay with it. We've got a great late game. We just overcame a 3-for-1 Doomscar. Like, I didn't even have to... I didn't even play around a rare I knew he had, because I could still beat it with just more action. And now that we've, like... We went from, like, 90% sure Doomscar to 100%, so now I can actually, like, play around it if I want. So we go turn 2, Foretell, Effigy. Actually, I guess we go turn 2, Spirit. Or maybe not, actually. Yeah. I guess we go turn 2, Foretell, Effigy. Turn 3, Spirit. If I had a second white, I could actually go Foretell this. That's too bad. Not a huge deal, though. We can leave up Disdainful Stroke to counter 4 drops, but I think we'll do this. No, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. We're going to have to take a turn off. Second white there would have been quite good, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Well, I'm glad to see Scorn Effigy looking good. That's great news. So let's go Spirit, Effigy. Get a Spirit. Pass. We're going to need some more lands here. So they can struggle for Skimfar. Maybe eat our Clarion Spirit. I think we're still okay, even if they do. They can hard cast it. Looks like that's their plan. Yeah. Alright, so we got our 4th land, which is good. That means we can go Valkyrie. They have the reach thing, but it's okay. We'll leave up the Disdainful Stroke for now. Till we find a good stroke target here. But these flyers aren't going to be able to do much against the Elven Bow. So, gotta be conscious of that. I kind of want to play Disdainful Stroke this turn so that I can play my Braggart, because Braggart can at least attack into their board. Alright, so we got our 5th land, which is good. That means we can go Warrior and leave up Disdainful Stroke, and more than likely counter their next struggle for Skimfar that's going to be played here. I mean, they're missing land drops, so they have a grip full of spells. So we'll counter it. I don't love countering it there, but I also don't want to lose my warrior and make their elven guy bigger. I didn't even see which one it was targeting. I assumed the bow creature, but I might have been wrong. The problem is I still can't really attack with the Batter Shield warrior here. Well, Gates is actually kind of good. Let's, I'm going to play the Braggart because it can attack. So I can attack with everything. Block with the bow. They don't have double white for Doomscar yet. I mean, we can get in for 9, but I mean, I'm just going to wait a turn. I'm going to play the Braggart. This is more potential damage output, so... Alright. Next turn we can double boast. If they rip the white, they can Doomscar and get pretty good value at this point. Get a 4 for 2. 4 for 2, which is essentially a 2 for 1, I guess. But we have the Gates of Isfal, which we can use, so we got extra cards at our disposal here. We can attack and boast. We're staying relatively busy here. All right, they didn't show us anything there, which is good. So we'll attack, see what they've got. See how they block. I think they probably have Iron Verdict, but I'm not going to play around it. So activate this. We'll activate this. Let them Verdict. So basically same thing as last turn, but we got rid of a Verdict, so not optimal. Not really what we wanted to happen, but that's okay. Got 9 points of damage in, so now even if they Doomscar, it's not the end of the world. And then next turn we can go Vega and do Oracle, so then we're at least like replacing extra creatures that we play. Well, they didn't have Doomscar. That's good. I mean, we don't really have a great means to play around Doomscar now. And we actually do at least have a good Raven form target now, I guess. Elven Bow. Unfortunately good against us. Oh, they've got their own Vega, huh? Well, 2 can play at that Vega game, so let's do this. And play an Oracle. And draw. And Kinseeker is cool, so we can play land. And pass. Alright. It's pretty bad for us because I'd like to yield more Vega synergy this game. And we know they just have a grip full of spells, so we're in probably a pretty good amount of trouble here, but we just need that Lit Yara again, and I think we're okay. Maybe I should have just let them struggle. I don't know. It's tough. Tough to say. We'll go Kinseeker here. I literally didn't have 2 of 1. Wow. I assumed I did. I straight up assumed with 4 creatures I had 2 of the same creature type, but somehow in our 10 warrior deck we did not. I guess it's only 7 warriors in here. So we'll double block the Braggart. because it could have boasted otherwise. All right, so we rip land. Let's go with this. Draw 2. So we got that. Plus we can do Rune Crown. Get it from our library. Rune, draw. Another land. Can't really attack, so no attacks. Next turn we can equip and start swing, which is nice. Have some lifelink as well, which is good. Possibly play 2 spells next turn for Oracle, which is good. All right, Bergstrider can tap our Oracle, so it's going to prevent us from attacking. Well, Iron Verdict's a good draw, so we can go land, Orvar. Can equip Orvar. And then we can, I guess, foretell this. And pass. So block the Bergstrider. And all right, so we'll have to verdict the Bergstrider now, which I don't really want to do. Since now we don't have lifelink anymore. But maybe we'll get our Rune Dwarf dude. Should be good. Still just can't get by at 3-4, which is kind of sad. So I guess we got to just snap Rune Forms in there. Raven Forms. Rune Form. I'm calling it Rune Form. Can't attack, can't block. That looks like it's a GG's. So we'll bring back the Raven Forms. I don't like them. I don't think they're very good. I think in this match, unfortunately, once again, they're necessary. So we'll do it. We got stopped by a 1-drop this whole game. A 1-drop got us. So I think we're going to have to be able to beat that. All right. We'll go to game 3 here. I do think we can beat this match. They brought in all this like artifact and enchantment removal. Mass Vandal. And how many do we really... I guess we have the Reflections. That beat them before. It's not worth taking out, though. We'll bring in the Raven Forms. I mean, I could... I guess, theoretically, if I did... Let's say I brought out Reflections. What does that do for me? I mean, I still have targets for him, so it's probably just not worth it. Probably just not worth it. So we have to decide on some cuts. Again, same problem I always have. I guess the Warrior, I guess, I mean, I don't know what to cut. I don't know what to cut. I guess at this point, non-evasive things. I have to cut like non-evasive things. And I have to fly over top somehow. I think that's the only way I win. That's the only way I'm really seeing to win this. Non-evasive things that don't have Foretell. We have the hardest... This is the most challenging deck to sideboard for I've ever experienced. All right, that's a good hand. So we can Foretell this. Do turn 3 Vega, and then start drawing off of that. That's pretty nice. Okay. All right, opponent mulls to 6 and keeps. We're going to do the turn 3 Vega, turn 4, probably Cosmos Charger, I guess. Just makes the most sense. Not the best use of mana, however, but that's okay. All right, so they have... I guess because they have Iron Verdict, I'm still going to attack, but if they kill it, I'm still going to do the Charger here. Okay, they didn't have Iron Verdict, so that's good. So now we can wait. We can jam a Charger at the end of their turn, draw a card. And I suppose to play around Doomscar, I probably shouldn't play any more creatures after that. Oh, just something to wear Raven Wings. That makes sense. It also kind of forces me to commit a little bit more, I think, too. Oh, Shepherd's good. So we've got 5 lands. This will attack here. So got some choices here. We can play around Doomscar, or I can play Orvar. I probably just here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna play this. What do they get out of it? They get a 2 for 3. I'm gonna offer them a 2 for 3. And then and it's not even really a 2 for 3 because I drew off of Cosmos Charger with Vega. So I'm going to let them Doomscar if they have it. They really get a 2 for 2 here. It turns out they didn't play it, so that's fine too. Got the Rune Crown, which is really nice actually. That lets us go this. Rune, draw, Iron Verdict is nice. So we can, I guess, go like this and get in there. I think the struggle is going to be real for us here, but that's okay. Let's say they blow up the runed whatever. Oh, Disdainful Stroke. You would have been useful a little while ago. It's okay. So I guess we re-equip here and get in there for 4. And then we jam an Iron Verdict. And oh yeah, I only had to pay 1. Well, could have done both. Forgot about my own Cosmos Charger synergies. Well, they have a million struggle for Skimfars in there, so hopefully this Disdainful Stroke does some work for us. Problem is I still don't see a great way to... Sideboarding in Arachnoform is actually probably pretty smart. Oracle, so as long as we're like finding ways to draw cards, I'm probably happy. I think we do this for, yeah. Could have done that at instant speed, I guess, but... Guess we just wait. Maybe wanted to re-equip the Ruined Crown. Sure. So they want to invoke that to kill our charger, which I guess works. But can't we just get that back now? Yeah. Wish I could get... I can get the crown back too, actually, but it's okay. So they did that. Now we can Raven form, get rid of their Bergstrider. They still have a flyer. It's not a big deal, though. I feel like getting rid of the Bergstrider with Arachnoform is pretty important. So let's start drawing some cards. Let's do Oracle, draw, land. Then I can Shepherd, get back Rune, draw, leave up Disdainful Stroke and Iron Verdict. Okay. Get that back, attach it to, I guess, the Shepherd. Draw. Champion. Okay, so now if our Shepherd dies, we can do something else. And then I can Foretell the Raven form for 1 at the end of their turn. Can leave up Disdainful Stroke for spicy things I can't deal with. I can Verdict that and draw. Or I can just take 3. Probably just take 3. Can also blow up Raven Wings, which I may need to do, but the problem is I have to still deal with that Bergstrider. So I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot to... That's all right. That's okay. So we've got this now. Yeah, let's jam Reflections. Name Warrior. Then we'll pass. You can counter Doomscar. We're going to start spitting out warriors. Yeah, I think I'm going to Verdict. I'm just going to draw. Fine with that. So we have a bunch of land. So we can do warrior. Do this. And I think we actually do another one. I think I forgot to foretell this again. I have 7 mana, so I can hard cast this one. Still leave up Disdainful Stroke. And then we'll pass. And then between Raven Form and Disdainful Stroke, we can beat, you know, Doomscar or whatever. We have a million flyers. Attacking with everything. So it's because they're going to play Doomscar. So because of that, I think we just block here because we're going to counter it. I guess we can block here too because we're going to gain life. Actually, is there more advantageous blocks I can do? I guess, I mean, I can double block Mass Vandal, too. Because we still have lethal and crackback. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have the victory either way. So I'm kind of just doing it like this because we still have lethal. And getting rid of the Vandal is beneficial. And I can get rid of this too if I want. Am I going to still have lethal if I do that? This isn't dying. One of these is dying. This is dying. So this would die. I'm still going to have lethal. I guess we can get rid of Maya. Honestly, I'm just doing this because I have the counter for the Doomscar. All right, sweet. We got the match. We'll see you in round 3. Okay, round 3. We're going to keep this. No blue mana, but we can play the Oracle. I don't know. It seems okay to me to keep this. Ooh, hyper aggro, huh? Okay. All right, Rune of Sustenance is actually pretty nice. But I need to draw land to really get that, reap that full value that I want. Oh, they're just going crazy fast, huh? Okay, didn't get the land, unfortunately, so I'll have to play this and most likely trade it off for a... I guess we can just block the Duskwielder, actually. They have the Demonic Gifts, whatever. Alright. Nothing I can do. We're mana screwed against a perfect draw, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do anyway. We're not meant to win this game. Alright. I can play a Rune of Sustenance and show them that I have it. I don't know if it matters. There's no way to get out of this. Yeah. They have lethal, so... Okay. We'll go to game 2. Playing against hyper aggro versus... mana screw, so that's not good. Probably Story Seeker. Harbinger look like it can keep some stuff back. Might ditch out on Reflections Plan, probably too slow. We've got enough ways to win where we don't need to... We need to beat aggro. We don't need to win through late game value. So we can cut that. Battershield Warrior can be gone. Good card in general, not for us. We don't want to play a 3-mana 2/2. That's for sure. Maybe cut the Raven Form too. Not really. That seems bad against aggro. We can do the Harbingers. They're just cheap blockers. We can do the Bind the Monster. Not a card I typically like, but in this, can stop 1-drops fairly effectively. All right, we'll consider that. And the Harbinger. Orvar can probably go. It's a Hill Giant in here. Hill Giant I don't need. I mean, they could be doing Skull Raid, but... I mean, they probably are. It's still not worth it to me. Maybe another Harbinger. Okay. We'll try that. Still have more than enough ways to win, so I'm okay with this. We'll play first. One lander, Snap Maul. One lander, Snap Maul. Four lander, keep, ditch 2 lands, or do we keep the lands? Probably keep 3 lands and 2 spells. Forgot, are we more white or blue? I should know, but I don't. I forgot. I think we're more white. We put more white in, so we're more white, so we can ditch a blue. So we'll ditch a blue and maybe the Valkyrie, because, yeah, it feels like we're going to have to play that on turn 4, so that's probably not going to be good enough. Whereas Master Skald, maybe a 4/4 can, like, muck up the board enough. All right, I guess we can do that. So we can do Shepherd to offer a trade, or Kinseeker and block. I guess we'll offer the trade. We don't have anything to bring back anyway. Dudes off their board, probably better for us, maybe. All right. So we can play Master Skull. Doesn't really do all that much, so probably just do it anyway because it's a bigger body. Not playing around run amok, obviously. We have 0 luxuries to do so. All right. Getting violently beat down here. Sadly, do not even have the mana to go Kinseeker plus Effigy. Very sad. So the Kinseeker can at least block the pup, but they could equip the pup, which makes sense, actually. But then I guess, no, they can still attack with the Raider and buff it too. So they just need to, on board, move the helm over, and they've got us. I mean, thankfully we can block the Raider, but can't kill it. Quite the disappointing outcome for our deck. I really love this deck a lot, too. It did... I had to work... I had to do mental gymnastics for the first 2 rounds. So many mental gymnastics. And then we just get absolutely hammered. Slaughtered in the finals here. Absolutely just slaughtered. All right, ended up going 2-1. Loved this deck. This was a ton of fun to play. It ended up playing really well, I thought. I mean, those first 2 rounds were a doozy. So those were really fun. I hope you enjoyed them. All right, ended up going 2-1. Hope you enjoyed it. Didn't even show us our loot. I hate it when it doesn't show the loot. I want to see the gems fly at my face. That's what I want to see. All right, we'll see you for the next one.